Hello everyone, it's your girl Jay. Welcome back to Jay's World. It's so good seeing you guys today. In today's video, we're gonna go over a few things that I utilize in my life to kind of regain focus and reassert myself. Just remind myself that I am in charge of my own life, and in times where I feel anxious, these are a few things that I do for myself to get back to where I want to be. In the last 2 months, I had been unemployed, and that allowed me a lot of time to really gather myself and understand that I had been living aimlessly and really without purpose or without focus for a long time. When you want to be that person for yourself, when you really want to love yourself wholeheartedly and you have aspirations and you're figuring out how you actually want your life to look for you, the person that you want to be for not anybody else besides yourself, you actually maintain that. And it all starts with the mindset that you have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. When I began this journey, the first thing that I had to do was realize that my mind, body, and spirit were nowhere where they needed to be. Nothing was aligned. And I needed to figure out a way to align those things. Like I said, I had been living very aimlessly. Nothing was as it should be for myself. So what I decided to do, a few things that I decided to do was control my mindset. I needed to understand what my mindset was in order for me to understand what my mindset needed to be, right? So I started meditating. Engaging in mindful meditation allows you to really slow your thoughts down in a way and become more aware of what it is that you are thinking about. Even though you are allowing these thoughts to flow and pass, you are acknowledging each thought. Through that, I realized that I was definitely living my life to satisfy other people. It wasn't working out. It just wasn't working out. And I don't even want to say I was living my life to satisfy other people, but my end goal was to figure out what I wanted to do with my life for other people's satisfaction instead of my own. In figuring that out, I understood that I was nowhere near what I needed to be. There are so many different things that are beneficial to us through meditation. It promotes productivity. It allows you to learn methods on how to control and cope with your stress. It allows you to be a more creative individual. It brings focus to your life, and it also helps you with your self-image and your self-worth. Why would we not want to engage? The whole objective is to gain the right mindset for what we want to do in this life, right? Through meditation, we are aligning everything that we just talked about, our mind, our body, our souls, and that is just so important. Through this rewiring, we are aligning everything that we are asked ourselves to align. That's just the one thing. I just wanted to gain a new mindset about life. I'm not saying meditation is the end all be all, but it helps you, it promotes this productivity to be able to jumpstart getting to where you actually want to be. At least for me, it jump started me wanting to be where I am on the journey that I am continuing on. And just the mindset that I have for this journey is a very positive mindset. When I do feel stressed, when I do feel anxious, when I do feel, negative emotions towards myself, I take the time to sit down, to breathe, to regain everything and just say, hey, all right, we're just gonna be present in this moment. We're gonna allow these negative thoughts to, flow freely through us, and we will acknowledge them. This is like a little rant, real quick. One thing I hate is when we do have experienced these negative emotions and we don't acknowledge them. You feel happy, you feel sad, you feel mad, you feel all different types of emotions. When you're happy, that's the only emotion that you're gonna allow yourself to feel. Being able to feel and have emotions, regardless of how taxing they may be, it's a blessing. It is extremely, extremely, extremely important. So I just want to let you guys know, don't hide away from your feelings. Feel them. And if they are out-of-pocket feelings, then they are out-of-pocket feelings. But feel them. Be in that moment. I'm not saying to sink into it, but allow them to roam, because you have so many different emotions, you're only supposed to feel one. Acknowledge them. On to the next thing. Going to the gym or being active, doing something on a daily basis, daily, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, on a regular basis, making sure that we are just putting energy into our temples, kind of. Not even necessarily that I want to look a certain way, because I do, but it's not even just like I want to look a certain way. It's I want to feel good about the skin that I am in. And being able to say that I physically put the work in, that I'm putting the effort in to feel as best as I can, or to look as best as I can for me, that tremendously helps so much with just how I perceive myself. And in this day and age, with everybody named mama on Instagram looking like this, girl, it really is about how I feel about myself. It's about me. It's Jay's world. I want to feel the best that I possibly can. I want to look the best that I can, and it's not for anybody else but for me. And I definitely have to remind myself that, especially, I know in the last 2 weeks I have really gotten caught up in who exactly am I doing these things for? And I had to remind myself, I'm doing these things for me. I've been on this, I've been doing these things, and it's not about anybody else other than me. This is no one else's journey other than mine. If you're on a similar kind of path that I'm on, I think it's very, 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 very important to remind yourself that this is your journey. This is your path. You ain't doing this for nobody else. Regardless if you got a man and he like hyping you up, or you got friends and they hyping you up and whatever. They're hyping you up because they want to see you do better for your life. They're not hyping you up because they want to see you look like a different person. You understand? I think going to the gym in the morning, for me, I go to the gym at 5:30 in the morning. Being able to be there, being intentional with me saying, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be there early as fuck. It is a beautiful thing. It is a wonderful feeling. Like, I recommend it. Like, going early in the morning versus going after you get off work. I don't know about y'all, but I recommend going to the gym in the morning. It's super beneficial. And if you can be a morning person, it's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. I feel super good going on throughout my day. I feel very level-headed. My mind, like, everything is aligned. Everything feels so good when I go in the morning versus going after work. Social media, it kind of hurts my soul, honestly, only because I feel like comparing myself to other people on a regular basis, whether it's through social media or whether it's in person and people I know. I am very much one to compare myself to other people, and it's like terrible. The next thing is being intentional. As I said earlier, I realized how aimless my life was and how aimless I was going through life. I decided that I wanted to have a better life for me. So I needed to be intentional in everything that I started to do for myself and all the healthy habits that I created for myself to be able to have the best life, to be able to have the best mindset, to be able to be consistent in my mindset. The reason why I had never been consistent before is because I was never intentional in my thinking, right? Intentionality is, it is genuinely the foundation of quite literally everything. If you take anything away from this video, I'll say the top 2 things, the most important things to be able to have control over yourself, your life, your narrative, is to be intentional and to have a positive mindset. How are you supposed to genuinely perform any act full out without having the best intentions, the strongest intentions behind it? Like, you can't be productive without that intentionality. And it's not easy. It really isn't easy to get yourself to this point, until I feel you realize that you no longer want to be where you have been. Until you realize you have been in the doghouse. You haven't done anything beneficial for yourself. I just kind of wanted to touch base and talk about the last few months where I have gained new perspective about what I wanted to do with myself. I no longer wanted to be aimlessly living for just anyone, and I needed to be able to have that time to really hone in on, what does Jay need? Where is Jay going? What are you even doing? Like, what are you doing? You ain't doing nothing. Like, you aren't doing anything. I need structure, and I've known this for a long time. And whenever I would try to implement structure into my life, it was not beneficial. It wouldn't go anywhere. But I know now. I need to be intentional in what I want so I actually achieve them. So that when I say I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow morning, I'm getting up and I'm going to the gym, I actually can wake up and go because I told myself I was going to do it, because I had real positive intentions behind it. When I say I'm going to meditate for this amount of time, and it's mindful, I'm going to just be in it and really just observe all the things that I have been feeling and thinking about, and just acknowledge them and let them pass, let them flow freely. When I say, like, I don't need to be on social media because it makes me feel these ways, I feel negative emotions because I'm comparing myself to these other people, I become intentional in, all right, I'm gonna take this break because it's not beneficial to me, it makes me feel crappy. And I have never ever in my life kind of set that boundary within myself to be the most positive and intentional person that I can possibly be for me. And it's like, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Being this consistent for this duration of time that I've been here in this space, I'm blown away, because this is a new person to me. I kind of get scared that I will slip and fall back into the same old habits that I had been in. But, you know, I have been very consistent in the person that I am. And I'm very proud of myself. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today, for allowing me to spew all this at you. I hope that you guys take away some positive things from this video. Let me know down below anything positive that you have taken away, or just like comment and tell me how cute I am or something, whatever. I don't know how consistent I'm gonna be posting on here, but just know that I'm always thinking about you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs up, okay? I really enjoyed my time here with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that, all the good stuff. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah!